Hello and welcome to Aravaipa Trail Talk, episode 27. I'm Jam.
I'm Jubes.
I'm the old man.
Yeah, so as you guys can tell, we have a special guest with us today. This is Michael Miller. And he is the most decorated runner of Aravaipa running history. Do you know what you're at in terms of number of Aravaipa races you've
I was just
completed?
talking with, it's Jaylee, right? Not
Oh,
Haley.
Jaylee. Oh,
Jaylee,
yeah. No, it's Jaylee now.
I think I'm in the 70s. It's got to be close. You know, I've got a couple DNFs that I probably shouldn't have started, but somewhere in the 70s, I think.
So somewhere around 70, just exclusively Aravaipa races he's finished, let alone probably dozens, if not hundreds of other marathons and ultras over your running career.
Yeah.
And your goal is to get to at least 100 Aravaipa.
100
I don't think
Aravaipa.
you're going to stop.
No, I'm not going to stop. It's nice now. There's so many, there's more of an opportunity. I love it. And, obviously all the cool courses and stuff. But, maybe a couple years less now for 100. It'd be cool.
Yeah, so we're going to talk with Michael today about his new company, Korima, but also about the Copper Canyons that they just went down to the Caballo Blanco Ultra down there. But before we get to that, I want to talk to Jubes over here real quick because you ran and finished your first Ultra this weekend. Let's talk about that.
Okay. What do you got?
What was it?
Okay. So it was the Santa Barbara 9 Trails. And it was started by this wonderful woman, Patsy Dorsey, in 1990. It's been running for 27 years. It was taken over by Luis Escobar, and they still do it, and it is so gnarly. It was extremely tough, and the trails were just, extremely rough. But 35 miles, and I'm finished.
You got it done.
I got it done.
And a lot of climbing.
It was just either this or this, so it was just climbing or descent, and that was it. Not a lot of runnable course, but yeah.
Any new lessons on this one, or did you learn something before that you used at this one that made the difference for you, or was it just you wanted it?
Well, I definitely wanted it. I used a new hydration pack, so that was I didn't have the chafing last time, so that was good. And then nutrition, I remember like bonking hard at mile 30 at OP, and I just ate everything that I could get my hands on at this race. Lots and lots of bacon. I learned that it's amazing.
Nice. And you're not going to stop.
I'm not.
You're like talking to me like, oh, I'm looking at this race. How does this race look?
Yeah.
So you're getting after it. That's awesome. We'll talk more about that in the future.
Okay.
But yeah, let's talk to Michael a bit about your trip down to the canyons. I had my first experience with running down in Copper Canyon back in 2007, which was 1 year after the whole crew went down, featured in the book Born to Run. I think that's how a lot of people do know about the Copper Canyons down there. Yeah. I was able to go down. I've been down 5 times now, but yet I haven't been in a few years. So I'm probably due pretty soon to go back down. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Yeah, you are. In fact, I know my first trip. I know I went with you because I know we were on a mountain with a blown out tire and just part of the experience. It's like it's one of the coolest things we talk about is it's a challenge to even get there, right? The best things in life require effort or something, and so it's part of the journey is getting to the canyons and getting to the race. It's much easier. You'd be amazed now when you go down in terms of the drive.
Yeah, it's at least a 24-hour drive. At least it was. I don't know what it is today, and we usually break it over 2 days. So it's essentially 2 days of travel to drive from here in Phoenix, 500 miles south of the border.
Yeah.
As the crow flies.
I would say probably the 50 of those miles that you're used to that were on the bumpy, dusty, whatever, are now paved. Okay. So it's nice. You still have, still have the drop down and some fun.
And it's literally, if you've ever been to the Grand Canyon, it'd be like driving to the bottom of the Grand Canyon, essentially. Yeah. It's really, really spectacular.
Yeah. You're on the South Kaibab driving down.
Basically. How big was the race this year? I know they've had some violence in the past couple years, but like how did that go off this year?
Yeah, it was good. So a couple years ago, it was one of those situations. It was probably the biggest race, I would say, from at least non-local participation in 2015. And the whole week was great, and everybody was having an amazing experience, as they always do. And we had the kids race on Saturday, which now is truly a highlight of the event. I mean, this year we had over 1,000 youngins running on Saturday. It's just so awesome. But then Saturday afternoon 2 years ago, in a small town, Guapalina, that's actually on the course, there was a little bit of drama. And it was just one of those one-off, bad situations where a couple guys, there was some violence is the short version. And, it put, because it's on the course and because nobody knows, and logistics and communication, basically last minute, the race had to be canceled. And out of that comes the whole, violence and worry and fear and all of those things, and the awareness is kind of just on that versus, it's kind of a one-off situation and things, whatever. I mean, there is no doubt, we always share, look, this is the Sierra Madre. It's a remote location. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I mean, there is the lands, the people, the culture are spectacular. It's not without challenges. It's kind of like, to me, I like think of it as almost like just like an endurance run, right? There's this beauty in this thing, but there's challenges, right? I mean, there is pressures on the lands of mining interests and logging interests and the flower boys that we call them, and I mean even tourism. I mean, there's all these impacts, so there's some challenges, but it's a gorgeous place to visit and an incredible week as far as the race goes, and it's safe, and the people love having us, and they're accommodating, and it's like a big family reunion. So it's really a special thing and spectacular. So last year, after kind of the events of 2015, there wasn't a lot of international folks that came, and there was maybe, 10 of us that ventured on down because we'd been down and we knew the story, and we wanted to engage and say, hey, we're here and we know, and we wanted to share the message that things are good here, and the municipality that puts on the race did an incredible job, and we almost felt spoiled. I feel bad because it was kind of just a small group of us that we kind of had the canyons and all the people and the beauty of the lands to ourselves. But everything was just spectacular. And so we were able to come back this year. And even though there was a change in the government and municipality, which makes things a little more challenging because everything's new for everybody and first year for everything, they did an incredible job. And all the folks that supported it were there. And we had a good group of international travelers, maybe 50, 60, 70 runners from like the U.S. and Europe and Asia. And then, of course, there are other family people that come. And then I would say there was another 70 or so Mexican national folks, the fast guys and gals from Mexico City and Chihuahua and that type of thing came back. And of course, 600-700 Raramuri Tarahumara runners. Awesome. So it was amazing. And 1,000 kids, everything was perfect. It was just a perfect year. It was hot. The race day was hot. Kids got rain, but everything else was just really spectacular. The whole experience, as always. I was just sharing with out here in the other room about that. I always worry about overhyping how special it is, this whole experience and this whole week. And because it really is life-changing. I mean, the perspective that people, when you come away from that race, there's something special about this place and those people and coming together and family and perspective of what's important in life and the relevance and all these amazing little vignettes of life about what's important, and we have each other, and we have hugs and dust and dirt and a trail and a couple beers and a lot of guacamole, and life is good, It's this amazing experience of life, and every year it doesn't disappoint, So all the new people I worry about overhyping, they're like, no, that was truly a week they'll have for life that they'll remember forever.
Yeah, now it was always, from my understanding, like Caballo Micah his vision to the whole reason he put a race on to begin with. Well, and when I first went down there was like 25 of us, I think, including the locals. Like, it was like so small, and now there's hundreds.
I got pictures of this 2007. It's just
his whole thing was like he wants to have the people remember to run, and that's important in their culture. Like, do you see that as like he's done it, like it happened even beyond his legacy?
Yeah, you know, I think too. What's great is I know that's because the running and the foot races and Aravaipa, the ball races, that is really kind of the impetus maybe for endurance running as a whole, because it was the game that started out where it's, you know, a day long, some of the games, of course. He wanted to share that culture and share the running and make sure that culture remained, right? Because through all the challenges, modern times and the things we just talked about, absolutely done that. I think there's a pride that you see when you're running the race among the Raramuri, that it's kind of cool. They're sharing their culture, and that other people are there to experience with it, and you can kind of see that quiet pride that this is part of our history and part of our culture. The other thing, Micah, and I share for me personally, is that it brought runners and family together. So not only just the act of running itself, but that it brought people together, cultures together, family together. So there's people in my life that I'll love forever that I met at this race or because they're part of this race. So that's what's special about the trip, is that we all come together and we run. And it's, you know, he had the term run free, right? And it's a simple message, but it really is powerful in terms of it's a broad meaning. You know, it's not just, hey, we run free of stressors and pressures, and it's one of the reasons we love going out and being with nature and being one, but also just being together and the freedom of experience and expression and love and kindness and sharing. You know, Korima, their culture, and he exemplified that, right? I mean, this was this humble, soft guy, right? It was people say, oh, he's hard and running and lives in the canyons and the lone wanderer, the ghost of the. It was like this kind-hearted, compassionate old dude who loved to run and wanted to give back. And I think all the blessings that he felt that running had given him, it was kind of a way to share and give back, to share, and particularly the Raramuri culture, because they have something to give. You know, they have something to share that those of us from outside, there's some learnings there, you know. That can come out of experiencing that, running with them and being with them and seeing the kind of the lifestyle and the simplicity, yet the happiness that comes with it. So it's pretty cool. We get caught up in a lot of stuff, and it's Micah said, like, look, sometimes you don't need that stuff to be happy. You don't need that stuff. Running and each other is what does it. It's kind of cool.
Cool.
That's really cool.
Now, do you want to talk a little bit about what Mas Korima is? Korima as a concept is a concept of sharing, like unconditionally, where you give to others, like without expecting anything in return, and it's just kind of like the cycle down there. Like that's a concept of life, and tell us a little bit about that, how that came to be, and what it is. And everything.
So, you know, Mas Korima kind of, I guess, its roots was kind of a family basis, in the sense of the community down there and all of our friends here and all of Mas locals that experienced it and wanted to do something that we could engage more directly with our friends down in the canyon, the Raramuri, the Mexican Nationals, the people of the canyons, and kind of everything came together. Kismet, or whatever words you want to use, right? So there was this hope that we could engage more and have a model where we could participate and maybe bring some opportunity to the canyons. And I think it's important when we say opportunity. There's a lot of folks, when you look at indigenous cultures or you look at impacting communities, right? You're always concerned that you want to have a positive impact, or not impact at all. And I think there's some perception when folks see the Ramery peoples in particular and indigenous, the Zapatas and the blouses, or the females in their long skirts and the big blouses still in the hot and the bandanas. That it's beautiful and gorgeous, and we want them to be able to continue to do that, and this type of thing, and live off the land and be subsistence farmers. I think our perspective is that we hope that they have choices with whatever it is they want, and if it's having a continuing to be subsistence farmers and living a traditional life, that's awesome. But if it's also they want their children to go to school and wear Sauconys or ultras, that's cool too, right? I mean, if they want to wear traditional wear, whatever it is, but at least support choices, support opportunities. It's not for us to say, it's individual lives of people. So we want this thing where we could engage, where we could maybe support a continuation of some opportunities, because there are some challenges there, right? I mean, there's obviously all the challenges of modern life and all of the impacts of the logging and mining and the lands and the flowers and all of those. But so this is something maybe that we could engage. So there was that, and then there was this cool thing, pinole. And pinole is fundamentally ground roasted heritage maize, and it's the preferred fuel, if you will, while they're running and racing. Of course, there's pinole at the aid stations and everybody drinks it, but it's also part of if I'm going out and working the farm, right? I'm doing a maize drink, or I'm working the bean field, or whatever it is I'm doing. So it's part of life, right? So maize is subsistence, and we thought it's kind of like, here's an opportunity. So we could engage and bring a kind of a wholesome, real nutritional product or products to kind of a sharing of that culture by sharing of those nutritional products that have been used for hundreds of years of running and endurance athleticism, and bring it to a wider audience. So how cool, we could engage, and we could have a real products and real something that worked has got hundreds of years of evidence, and say, hey, here's something that's easy on the stomach, it's all natural, truly all natural, right? No preservatives, no whatever, and present it that way and offer it as a solution. And we know, in sports nutrition, there's nothing's perfect for everybody, right? Different things, like bacon, right? Occasionally, hey, bacon is good, or I want a drink, or maybe you can do a gel or something. But there's definitely a space for a all natural, no preservative, easy on the stomach maize type of product that's been worked for hundreds, if not thousands of years. So we went down and we talked with our friends, and we said, hey, is this viable? Is there something? Can we source pinole and what about chia, and what about some of the other things that maybe, is there an opportunity here? And is this something that you want to participate in? And can we do it where it positively impacts the community, where we're not changing prices or taking resources away that wouldn't be there? Instead, we're doing the other. And the answer was yes, and everybody got excited, and it was like, okay, this is cool, and let's make this happen. Let's put together an entity of family where our friends down the canyon actually participate in the company, and our family here. I got a bunch of boneheads I love involved in the company, and put together a real nutritional products, and everybody can share, and maybe we can do some Korima across the board for a lot of folks, and support particularly children's athletics and things of that nature, and we'll see what happens and where it goes. But we're excited about it. So kind of how it came about.
So I think what's really cool is you guys actually have some of the runners down there, like the top athletes, they're actually growing some of this product for you. Is that correct?
So our first, we look at it this way. We want to source from the sourcing perspective. We source everything from the Barrancas and Chihuahua, and we want to do as much as we can. But we're also cognizant of, we want to do everything that's logical. And by logical, again, we're not impacting volumes or resources or whatever. So, for example, our very first pinole purchases, we got half of our pinole, half of the pinole we purchased came directly from Arnulfo, who's, everybody knows Arnulfo from the Born to Run book. He's actually participates in the company and on our team or whatever. We got half from his farm and his community of about a Pilas area the Pinoli came from. So it's kind of cool, and we're looking at like this coming, next month, because of the timing, we're looking at putting some gardens for amaranth and some things. So like in our Korima, which are Pinoli bites, they're endurance athletic bites. Some people call them cookies, but they're spectacular. They're a Pinoli delivery system, right? So it's basically Pinoli and some chia, but they also have some amaranth in them, which is a seed that's indigenous to the Sierra Madres. That it's kind of like chia. There's not a lot of cultivation going on. It's not like you can go down and you can source chia from the canyons, but hopefully we can change that. There's a little few gardens. There's never going to be, big, and you don't want there to be. It's just not possible to have big fields and kind of traditional cultivation. But you can have little gardens here and gardens there, and us being not that huge, we can do some things with some of these kind of super, fuel seeds. They really are. Amaranth's spectacular. Kind of gives a Grammy type of taste, and we think it's one of the cool things about our corn molitas, that little sweetness without providing fake sugars, or whatever. So kind of gives it that, that's where they get addicting for me at least, or whatever. So yeah, we do as much as we can, and we hope to do a whole lot more and some ideas. We need to sell some products so we can do some more things. So Mas Korima, but yeah, it's exciting.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see, where else do we want to go with this?
That's what I carried in my pack.
I've got a
What do you got?
I got a bag of stuff. So
You
whenever
wanna
you're
show
ready
us?
for that.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right. So
Show us.
So I know
Do
as
it.
part of
Bag of goodies.
Trail Talk, there's always some challenge you guys do or whatever it has.
Oh, and there
So-
will be.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
and you
got
get to
your
play
own?
a game tonight.
Huh?
Yeah.
You got your own challenge for us?
I got a challenge. Here. So
my.
I said before we turned on here, I said I always wondered. I always watch the trail talks and watch the challenges, and it's like when there's a surprise, what is it? Or I can blindfold it. Do they really know what it is? Because we don't really know. Well, I know they don't know what's in here, so I'm PricewaterhouseCoopers to tell them what's coming, that they have to.
We're legit. Enzo keeps us
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Keep
So-
us honest.
All right.
Uh-oh.
All right. So
I hear bottles clanking.
there is bottles clinking. Oh, here's the first thing. All right. No, where is this? All right. This is the.
Do we need to close our eyes?
This is the. We're gonna need these. We're gonna need these.
Okay.
Oh, no.
All right. I'm hoping I'm not taking too much time here.
Oh.
We're gonna edit this right.
I
We're gonna
see
need these.
chips and shot
All right.
glasses.
I did bring you guys some. I did bring you by some presents too. This is for Taggart. We support the kids'
Oh,
race. So
thanks.
someday he has to come down and run the Cabalitos. You got this. And a bowl of ball.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
the
you.
race. All right, so we're gonna need these. All right, so the first thing, this is so
Do we
this
get-
is for, because I know your legs, you've had some issue, and so this isn't. This is kind of like Chihuahua. Well, it's not Chihuahua squirrel nut butter, but because squirrel nut butter actually heals and does some things.
Oh.
This will not heal you.
Okay.
But if you rub enough of this on, you won't care that you're not healed. So that's there. There's no.
Hello.
That's what I told the border agent anyway. So that's there. All right.
Can I smell it?
So we have this.
I can't really smell
We
it.
have this. Can we see this?
Smells interesting.
It smells interesting. That is. We have this. And we have this. Okay.
Oh my.
All right. So
This looks hot. I feel like this is
Oh.
going to be a heat. And there's tequila.
yeah. So
Okay.
oh
Let's see
no.
what
See,
happens.
this is Chihuahua. So we'll start out.
Oh, gosh.
How do you want to start out? The
is your
liquid
game.
here. We should do
Oh,
this.
yeah.
This is your
We
game
should do this
already.
like, okay, we're gonna do it like this.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go like this. So down in the Broncos, obviously in a certain part of Mexico, they make tequila, and it comes from the best stuff's from the Blue Weber agave, and they roast it and they mash it or whatever. Down in the Copper Canyons, they have a agave that is called Lechuguilla, which is it's smaller than the Blue Weber, and it's so its pinion is is not too big a bowl, but it's the same concept. So they roast it, fire it, mash it, or whatever, and they have something called lechuguilla, and it kind of comes off.
That looks like gasoline, like something.
Yeah.
When I go chainsawing in the forest, I put my gasoline in a little.
It's gonna be rocket fuel.
Yeah, no. So this is you don't have.
This will cure your cold.
Yeah, that's why I said
this is gonna clear my sinuses. Right
so
up.
when we came in, I said I had the cure in the bags.
You
Actually,
did.
so all of this is cure. This is
one for you too, right?
This is health. I don't know why that got there. I've tried lechuguilla. Okay. All right.
There you go.
All right. I don't know
Family.
why I'm gonna do this. Yeah. That's what I get for saying family. Hang on, get out of my thing. Okay. To Chihuahua.
We
all
shoot
right,
this?
lechuguilla. There
Yeah?
you go. Oh yeah.
All right.
Just. That is lechuguilla.
Oh yeah.
All right.
All right. See?
That's smoky.
It's smoky.
Ooh, it's
it's
good.
kind of that roasted. It's good. And there's a warming
it's roasted
that goes
what?
on. So it's the roasted
Agave?
lechuguilla. Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
an
that's
agave.
really,
Yeah,
really
it's like
good.
roasted agave. So it's kind of the same concept.
That's so good.
And it warms you up. So that is
Feel
part.
all of this.
So when you go down to the canyons, we're really down there to eat a lot of guacamole and
drink.
It's
a drinking
No, I'm
and
sorry.
eating
We have to run
challenge.
50 miles. That's why running 50 miles is always hard at that race. It's hot and whatever. All right. So this. So we'll just keep the party going here. This is
All right.
this is also from Chihuahua. This is a special find. So
Organic.
now the lechuguilla. So you got the blue Weber agave. Then you've got the lechuguilla agave. Then there's satul, which is part of Viva Chihuahua. They talk about the smells and the satul, which is also an agave. Satul is, and there's actually one.
So these like versions of tequila? Like,
It
is.
is.
Why is it not tequila?
Because it's a different type of agave. So tequila is
a
from
certain
the blue Weber agave.
Ah.
It's not how it's distilled or anything. It's
Not how it's distilled.
Okay. Different
Right, it's just
plant.
a different plant.
Okay.
Exactly right. Now
Learn
this is the
something new,
exact
people.
opposite of that. Where that's kind of moonshine there, and there's no cultivation.
Can you like buy lechuguilla like in a liquor store?
You can buy it in a plastic water bottle, typically, maybe a Coke bottle. You want to immediately get it out of the plastic, is my recommendation. But it always
you
comes
have not
in
done
plastic. Yeah, well, this one, that one made it there.
not something you
I
find
wanted to
at
give you guys
Bethel.
the natural, the real experience there.
I'm gonna
So-
be passed out the rest of the afternoon.
All right, so
after this.
now this
Got so much-
is so in tequila worlds. There's Blanco, then there's Reposado, and then there's Añejo, so aged, right?
Yeah.
And then now there's like extra Añejo, right? Tequilas.
Extra
Well,
Añejo.
this is an extra Añejo Satul, this is a hard find. So this is truly from Chihuahua, the taste of Chihuahua. So this is the
from your
opposite.
private reserve.
Yeah, this is the
I feel
reserve
like-
stuff.
wow.
This is the stuff, right?
So we start with like the
So we start with the back,
backyard.
and now you see what like
Now
when
this
it's
is
more
like
refined.
fine.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
We're sharing the good stuff. All right.
All right.
This would normally be sipping tequila or sipping satul, but
Oh.
it is. So you'd sit there and sip on it. It's nice.
That's so nice.
Isn't that nice?
That's super smooth.
Yeah. So there's lots of reasons we love going
Man,
down
we need
to
to
the
bring you on
canyons.
this show more often.
That is
this
one
is
of them.
fantastic.
Yeah, they're
Bring this guy
saying
back.
that now. That's about to change right now. All right. So. All right.
I've done the ghost chili pepper challenge
Okay.
already.
Yeah, you have. Well, see,
But these are not
this
ghost
is
chilies,
easier.
right?
These are not ghost chilies. We need little. Oh, here we go. All right, we got these.
Scared.
All right. Now down in the canyon. All right. Let's just start with this. I should probably qualify. So you want to chip. This is chiltepine salsa, and we've got chiltepines here. So we'll talk about chiltepines. But there's a special salsa.
Oh, that went everywhere.
Sassy.
It's a little built up a little.
Yeah. All right. I'm mostly sure. I'll say that I'm mostly sure that this is vegan. So here's the story. Here's the story with chiltepine salsa.
What would be in it?
Well, there is, and maybe someone from Chihuahua can share. There is one insect and one bush, and there's a story that I know some traditional chiltepine salsa. The insect does some. I don't know if it's they burp or they poop or what.
Yeah, I
they
think
do
something's trying to get out right now.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
It's literally going to overflow right
it's
now.
like
I should.
Oh,
good stuff. It is really, it's really good.
It's like that
It is
stuff from
bubbling over.
Ghostbusters.
I
Like,
think
it's
there's
like,
bugs in there trying to get out.
Maybe there is maybe there is some.
it's alive.
Carbonated
It is
salsa.
alive.
Carbonated. It's so good.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Okay, so what
so
are we
it's a
doing here?
salsa that's made from the chiltepine. So a lot of salsas have a spicy. So I don't think there is any type of bug, one bush or whatever. I think this is a traditional chiltepine salsa, but I don't think it possesses any of that
It looks possessed.
bug something or
I
other.
love that. Okay, so wait, is this fermented? Is that why it's?
Yeah, that's new to me. I've always had it fresh.
Sure.
Always had it fresh. Maybe there's something just so it's bubbling.
God.
It's bubbling. It's good, isn't it?
Oh.
It's insane. So everybody's heard about, like if you've read Born to Run, Mama Tita's place, right? Now the plaza.
Oh.
And it's one of the reasons you look forward to going. You go and you hang out at Mama Tita's and you eat chiltepine salsa and, bean burritos and guacamole, and it's like insane. It's part of the experience. It's like Lake Chiquilla and whatever, the run. Chiltepine salsa, it's got a little bite, right?
Yeah.
It's got some bite. It's like all of it has a bite, but it's really unique. It's a unique salsa, a unique taste to the canyons. So
It's really good.
I had to drink it. I don't know. And we have some friends down there, Ceci, who helped put on the race for some years. They now make this down there, and they have a bunch of cool stuff that's made by local folks in the canyon. So they've kind of like some product that's indigenous to the Broncos, and particularly Urique Canyon and the Rio Urique area that they make, and it's spectacular. And this is really good. It's hard to get shipped or whatever, but if you're down there, if you make a trip to the canyon, snag that stuff up.
That's
Anyways.
awesome.
All right, so.
Okay.
All right, now we're going to get some vibration out of chiltepines. All right, so this stuff here, where's the cleaning fork? All right.
Let's get the, make sure people can see it.
Make this a tool here. All right. So you can see. Oh, the garlic piece too. I know you'll like that. All right, I should have brought a jar. See, this is I'm leaving these for your fridge here. So everybody, you're in on that. Everybody here gets to get in on the stuff here. All right, so
Like capers to me.
So
Yeah, I wish they were
these
capers.
are, you can see they're
You already
chiltepines.
know?
They're
No, I
these
wish they were.
they're these little mini chilies.
I really.
And they're only they're
I think just the smell of it is
yeah.
like
I'm sweating.
ridiculously spicy.
I'm sweating thinking about that I'm
Oh.
going to eat them.
You know what's happened is my cold and the blockage of my sinuses.
Gone.
This is
is
making
what
it
you
very
needed.
tolerable for me.
That's what you needed.
So these little buggers here, like Mas Karima's going to get into the chiltepine business. We love pinole, but we're going to get into the
eat one
spicy
of these
business.
right now.
We're going to eat at least. We should
At
do a
least
chiltepine
one?
challenge.
What?
We had this situation. So you guys could who eats the most? Are you up for this?
Shimon.
We eat the most.
Shimon
No,
about it.
I'm not participating.
What did you
It's
say?
always you
what
guys.
does that mean?
I'm the host.
What did you just say?
I said Shimon.
What is that?
Shimon.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Okay.
They look like
All right.
that, like Bring It On or something like that. So
What am I getting into here?
I'm gonna eat one.
yeah, just eat.
Am I gonna cry later?
No, they're.
Are you gonna clear my sinuses and then I'll be like crying?
Look at me, I'm sweating.
And so you wanna try this, don't you?
He's sweating thinking about
I
it.
am sweating thinking about it. I sweat. That's what I'm kind of the old.
So-
I mean,
Wait,
there's
so
lights
these
in here.
These
There's
little
probably the
guys
lights.
are
It's
in
not your
that,
fault.
right?
So these are in this. So these are little. They grow wild, and they're almost impossible to cultivate. It's why people haven't heard about chiltepines.
There's like hundreds in there. So if someone goes around and picks those,
Somebody
like
picks
in,
these.
In the foraging.
It is, and it's a spectacular
Pretty
thing.
cool.
The reason that they're hard to cultivate because they need basically bird poop. So a bird will eat the berry, then poops, and that's what germinates it, and so you get a chiltepine bush. Although they say that maybe humans too, because along the trails and the Broncos, there's a little more chiltepine bushes. So maybe there's some people eating, unless the birds are on the trails too. But these are from a bird bush.
Burns going in.
Sure, you say.
Burns going in.
bush.
Burns
Birds
going out.
in, birds going out.
Burns.
Burns, yeah. So it's
Burns going in. Burns going out.
It's just a little mini berry, but they are so flavorful. It's amazing. There. Look, I'm gonna eat one. See, a little. It's just nothing. It's just the flavor is spectacular. So these are pickled, but this is as close to fresh as you can get. So you can imagine how much hand picking happens to make this whole jar. But we're leaving those with you.
Oh, you're going for more.
If I eat one more,
she
then I
wins.
beat, right?
You do win.
Ta-da.
I'm really sweating.
Thank goodness I have like
but they're
blockages in my
flavorful, aren't they?
sinuses.
But they're really good.
Ooh, they're very flavorful.
But they're awesome. All right.
All right, that's gonna sit with me for a while.
All right. Now I'll just leave this as the.
What is that?
This is for your team. So there's a wonderful lady down at the San Isidro Lodge down in Saracawi that makes cans, different things, fruits and vegetables, whatever, and it's amazing because some of the fruits down there, the grapefruit's the best on the planet. The apples, they make this like apple butter pie, but you can stuff. She also makes these. It's basically jalapeno and onion mix. This is spectacular. So it's on any stir fry that you have or whatever. It was hard for me to give this up. If I didn't have like 8 jars of this stuff, I have lifetime supplies of these things. So, but I thought I'd share it with the your Aravaipa refrigerator. So these are amazing.
Yeah.
So put these in a stir fry, or if you're not vegan diet, put them on your eggs. They're really good. Or put them on a sub or a veggie sandwich or anything that just gives a little bite or hot. So.
Bam.
I'm sweating. So that's it. I just wanted to bring a little taste of Chihuahua.
Thank you.
And the Copper Canyons. And
Thank you.
yeah,
Yeah, this is awesome.
yeah. We thought about doing some like not telling you and making you do like 50 chiltepines, but
All right.
Enzo's burning over there as well.
Enzo's burning now.
Well, if you guys are interested to find out more about Mas Korima, where should they find you?
Yeah, so we have a website, maskorima.com, and we've got 2 products out now, our Pinoli Bites, Korimalitas we call them.
And those are delicious, by the way.
They're really good. I use them in Nine Trails, and I eat them like every couple miles.
Awesome.
And it's slow burning. It's really good.
Yeah, I love them. It's easy on the stomach, and it's just it's a Pinoli delivery system, and there's only like 3 grams of sugar in 100 calorie packs that we have, so they're wonderful. And then we have we call it andale. It's kind of a Micah thing. He used to say, let's get moving, andale, or whatever, which is our basically dry Pinoli mix with a little bit of chia and a little bit of minerals from the Great Salt Lake, a concentrate, but just basically a Pinoli mix that you can have. You mix it with a little water, and you have it, and you're good to go. Or I like a squirt of agave with it. But it's spectacular. So we have those on our website.
Like, you guys say it tastes like the bottom of a milk.
Like a cereal bowl.
The cereal bowl. The milk, like the from a cereal bowl.
Like when you're a kid. Yeah, we've done something. And some people will make it like they'll use flax milk with it or something like that because it's easy, or add a little calories. Or what's cool about it, because it's that roasted corn goodness, right? That so it blends with anything. Like one of my favorites, like a little bit of apple juice with some water and a drip of cinnamon and just some healthy, good, easy calories. So, yeah, it's an option for you for sure. For folks that have stomach issues or like slow burning, easy calories, or want to go back to something basic, something not processed, something all natural.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for taking the time to come in.
Yes.
Thanks for having me. I'm sweating.
Well, should we move into JubeTube?
Yeah. So
because this was the official JubeTube.
So you brought us a little challenge, and now we're gonna have you play our little game this time around, right? So Enzo, what are we playing today? We're gonna do kind of a guess that tune, right, for JubeTube. But it's special because it's like Disney happiness. Yes. Okay. So.
Awesome.
The way this is going to work is Enzo is going to play a series of songs. There are songs that possibly all of us kind of know from a Disney movie. The person who knows it, shout it out. First person to get it gets a point. And then if you...
We have to name the movie?
Name the movie.
Okay.
If you name the movie, you have an opportunity to name the song within the movie. You get an extra point. Or if you can sing a portion of that song... Or like the next line.
You're going to win.
You also get a point.
Yeah.
My prediction.
Yeah. All right.
Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Welcome to JubeTube. Let's go. First song.
Snow White?
Peter Pan.
All right.
You Can Fly.
Sing it.
Wow.
And I'm not singing that one.
Whatever.
You Can Fly.
He gets out of a half a point. Michael. Okay.
Sleeping Beauty.
Ooh.
Boom!
Oh, nice.
I don't know the name of the song.
Nice.
Once Upon a Dream. Yeah.
Sound like Wizard of Oz something. Maybe it's the same lady.
Little Mermaid.
Under the Sea.
Apparently, I need to spend more time with my grandkids. I'm not getting these.
Go on. Oh.
What's the crab?
101 Dalmatians?
No, I do not know this one.
Is
This has
that
got to be.
even
This is
Disney?
a newer one.
I don't know.
Princess and the Frog.
Oh, see, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, new generation. Go on. Pocahontas. Colors of the Wind.
Sing it.
That's like a trail runner song. I
I
like
know,
that. I
right?
run the pine for. I didn't know Pocahontas was. She's like happy running. I like that. I'm gonna have to listen
Indigenous
to
tribe.
that. Yeah, I like that.
I've seen this.
Cinderella?
One. Yes or no? What was that?
No?
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, we got some singing kind of.
You're in my wheelhouse. Mulan.
I haven't even seen that.
We need to go with like some late '70s disco. I'm at a disadvantage here.
Make a man out of you. I got that one.
Nice.
Oh no, I don't know this one. Nebraska.
It feels like a song I hear when I'm walking around the Orleans place in Disney World, though. Like that they play through the speakers. So
Kind of makes me want to go to Disneyland.
yeah, I tell you, it makes me.
Makes
This
me
is-
happiest
makes me
place
want a
on
bread
This has
bowl.
got to be a newer
It
one.
really is the happiest place on earth.
No?
Wait till you get to go with the boys.
Home on the
Home on the
Range.
Range. What is that?
That's a Disney movie?
Wow.
Apparently.
I've missed out.
Home on the range. Where the deer. Yeah.
Lady and the Tramp. And that's Peggy Lee.
And you're gonna sing it.
Wow, sing it. Do it. That is your wheelhouse.
And I only hope he'll stay that way.
Wow.
Yeah.
We need like Jube radio
live.
here
Yeah.
live. That needs to be part of the gig.
Yeah, she's a great
What's
singer.
up with
Actually.
that?
We need to get her on karaoke.
Yeah, karaoke Jube.
Oh, dear.
There we
She's
go.
good. She's good.
That sounds like
I've heard it.
Snow White?
Definitely heard that one before.
Thank you for this game, and you're making me look like.
This is like
Or-
This is a. Aladdin.
this one I know.
Ah.
Hercules?
Dang. Yes. I was just gonna yell out Aladdin at some point and just hope it was right. That was my strategy. Lion King.
I was waiting.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's gotta be one of these times.
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh. Acapella. Keep going. Tom Jones. Lion
This
King.
must be one of these new ones.
Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, why don't I know that? I knew that. No.
Never seen it.
Wow.
That's the last
Yeah,
one?
it's over.
Hurrah! And it's like 39
1
to.
point, 14, none.
All right.
14.
Ta-da!
Dang.
It's not like I watch Disney like all the time. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Q&A.
Is there a Masters division? I would have took first, even though it was 0.
Ready? Q&A. If you guys have questions for Michael about Mas Karimas or about the Copper Canyons, please let us know.
Or about drinking.
Or about.
Yeah, it's a tool.
Oh, God.
Mitchell Mac 2 Santa Barbara trails are super gnarly.
See, I'm telling you, they are legit. And I'm like kind of on top of Cloud 9 that I even tried to do that because they
Yeah.
said it was not for novice runners.
Freak Bros Pizza says, Jam needs some pizza energy? Yes, I do. If you could send me some from Forza Forni, that would be great. They're
Shimon
at the,
about it.
they're at the
Jalapenos
pizza
on the
festival.
pizza would be.
That would be awesome.
Ooh.
That's a future
Just beat
business
that.
model. You know how they have the little dried peppers that you put on pizzas?
Oh, yeah,
One of the
yeah.
things I sell for like, they have
Crushed.
dried chiltepines.
Yeah, that'd be
Crush
awesome.
them, that'd be awesome.
Louis Brennan. I am at college night for my daughter. Got to catch the replay. Good luck at Barkley. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Someone says eat the worm. Is there a worm in the salsa?
Is there a worm in anything?
There might be a worm in the
There's
salsa.
something trying to get out of this.
I don't
we're
know
not,
about
we're
the
not
leche
joking.
guia, but maybe.
Quicksilver 51. You won't care that you're not healed. Great line, Mike. Good luck, Jamil. Mitchell Mac 2. Is that cream WADA approved? We need to talk about... I think there might be some... I don't know what's going on with this cream, but I'm going to make sure that this is legal.
Yeah,
Street legal.
Yeah.
Jen L. Snyder. Jube's faces make my day. There we go.
I've got a lot of them, I guess.
Mitchell Mac 2. Question for Mike. What was it like hanging out with Ryan Vanduser? I watched that guy's videos, and it was kind of weird to see my YouTube spheres collide a little. Tell us about Vanduser. Who is that? What's going on?
He's like one of the coolest guys on the planet. He, to me, is like Jamil and all the people that are kind of Moss locals and the people that have come in my life. Dooser's like this incredible. He's out of Boulder, Colorado. I think he's in his mid-30s. He's never owned a car because he can bike from South America to the moon, pretty much. He rides it everywhere, and he's like a adventure videographer, hugger, friend. He's somewhere like riding his bike or at Burning Man or, down doing Peace Corps work as a youth. He's just one of the people that the blessing of running brings into our life. He's just a cool dude. He's the real deal. Like these people here, like we're family. So see, I'm old. I start to get sentimental and ramble because I'm lucky to
Don't make everyone cry now.
I'm lucky to have these youngins in my life, and Doozer's one of them. And he's a great video guy too. Like you guys are good. The Jamil, it's cool. I love seeing.
So he made
the drone stuff.
He made a 6-part series of their trip down to Copper Canyon. So I guess we'll try to link that in by Enzo.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. He did a little thing, kind of the experience of a Moss local.
Yeah, cool. Roger, overall, good luck at Barkley, Jamil.
Marisa Jenkins says, any plans to make a gluten-free version of the Pignole bites?
Yeah,
and she loves andale.
So this is kind of cool. I don't want to ramble too long here, but what's cool down in the Copper Canyons is there's a story that we got inspired. There's a lot of dogs down there that are just as amazing athletes, I swear, as the indigenous folks. Like, because they got to go up and down canyons, they got to do whatever. And the short version is, one time we asked, like, what the heck are the dogs eating, whatever. And it was funny because they kind of get the Pinole scraps. And it got us to thinking that so many of us that love being out on trails and running and being out in nature love doing it with our dogs as well, or our four-legged friends, right? We almost, half the folks I know, I swear, they do half their miles with their dogs. So we thought about, hey, do you want to give them, you don't want to give them necessarily a sugary thing that you're doing or whatever. Maybe you want a gel, but that's probably not good for them. So we thought about, hey, we could do something that's good for everybody, good for the six-leg athlete. So we thought about it as six-leg athletes and people that are kind of, playing on the old born to run together. So we made a Korima, basically, that gets rid of any wheat because we used more amaranth. There's only a little bit of wheat in it anyways, just for the texture. But we used just amaranth, and we added a little crushed nuts, so to give it a little healthy fats for the dog and for the runner, too. That's whatever you're doing. And we call them Animo, and probably in about 1 month we're going to have them, and they are gluten-free. So it's a Korima. It's kind of like a peanut butter Korima. It's like a healthy, good food that you can feel good about sharing with your four-legged friend and you when you're out on the trail. How cool we've been sampling, how cool I can give you something I'm eating, and so it's fun. So that's basically our gluten-free option. We're excited about it.
Cool.
Awesome. Sweet.
I've got one from Micro Runner 505. UTMB, Killian and Walmsley thoughts. Yeah, wow. And Mitchell Mac 2 seconds that question. That is going to be a pretty awesome matchup. Ooh. So let's see. It's hard to bet against Killian because it seems like any race that he does of like the 100-mile distance, he's just playing games with the other competitors. Yeah. There's the stories of him at Hard Rock, kind of like looking behind him, like waiting for people, so he has someone to run with, and then kind of jogging along. And I don't know fully the story between him and Jason Schlarb finishing together, but it seems like if he really wanted it, he probably could have maybe out-sprinted him. I don't know. And then I just remember too, back years ago when he won UTMB, it was like he was just kind of jogging along with the other Solomon guys for like 80% of the race before he ran away with it. So, and a guy like Jim Walmsley, it's hard to bet against him because you know he's going to be prepared and he's going to show up and he's on top of this. He's on top of his game. He's on top of the sport right now, and I think it's a super exciting matchup. And lucky for you guys, we're going to be out there filming it. So
that's going to be so cool.
It's going to be good.
We'll be on the screen.
Spear Cater, Born to Run Together. Great T-shirt slogan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right on.
We're going to have a hat for you.
Joshua Lobo says, hope to get some Pignole bites at CK, Crown King. Crown King is coming up this weekend. And then Claudia Cross, seconds, she goes, Jam and Jube, see Saturday, Crown King with Korima Litas till the end. I'm going to crush that.
Sounds like people are already using the Korima Litas.
Yeah.
Chuck Hall just joined and I have no idea what's going on. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Aravaipa Trail Talk.
Beans.
And with Chilta-Beans.
We're just trying to have a little fun.
That's
about it. Sorry you guys are at work right now and can't be joining us. Oh,
Elaine. It's their song trivia game, Chuck.
Yeah.
Chuck Hall says, wow, Jubes.
Probably
and
to your singing.
Maybe, or to my, in-depth Disney knowledge. Who knows? Can we get some steep life video from Jube's next race, says Richard Mendez.
Wow.
What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah.
You can film yourself running?
I'll bring it on, yeah.
Do a special edition Jube Steep Life.
Jube Steep Life? JubeTube?
JubeTube.
Is that a whole nother version of JubeTube?
I like JubeTube, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a good ring to it, JubeTube.
Yeah.
Carry a camera.
I'll bring camera.
Yeah.
Jared Debus, question: how do you go about choosing what gear you're going to wear for a race? Do you want your shoes almost brand new, well broken in, or somewhere in the middle? And do you have a special shirt or shorts that you only wear on race day, or do you have an old shirt or shorts that you decide to pack?
What do you think, Michael?
So race gear.
I know you got the socks, right? The traditional. I had these old pea shorts I wore forever, but
Well, when it comes to shoes for a race, I like to use a somewhat newer pair of shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Typically a little bit broken in, although I'm heading to Barkley with 2 brand new pairs of shoes and one with maybe less than 7 miles on a pair.
Because they'll be broken in after 10 miles.
I know like it's Solomon shoes.
Yeah.
I've been running it. And they don't need to be broken in really. Also my feet, I've been running for 20 years, so kind of know what I'm getting into. As far as, I don't really save like pair of shorts like only for race day, or like I wear shorts all the time that I race in and train in. So I'm kind of used to it. And shirt-wise, pretty much any old random shirt. I actually prefer no shirt, but sometimes you have to wear one.
Yeah, I used to wear no shirt a lot, but I'm old and people put on a shirt all day. So now
actually, in Ironman, you can't go shirtless anymore.
With that. Yeah.
So I'm definitely not doing one now.
Chuck Hall said, good stuff, guys. Elaine Badejo says, I'm at work and I am joining. And Richard Mendez says, JubeTube 100.
Nice. Got a couple more over here. When you go to UTMB, can you please convince Killian to do Barkley? IGE Treps.
Oh, that's
I guess I'll try, but no guarantees. Or maybe when I see him at Hard Rock, maybe I'll talk to him then. Mitchell Mac 2, Jubes, how did you handle the technical nature of 9 trails? Some of those trails are really sketchy.
They are really sketchy and really very technical. A lot of rocks and things like that. So, like going down, I was not good. I tiptoed over that stuff like nobody's business, and I was really slow, and that's okay. But I felt really good on all the uphills. Like I felt so strong as a climber. But yeah, the downhills were extremely sketch. So just took my time.
Also, which was your favorite trail?
My favorite trail out of the 9 trails?
Is that what it is? There's 9 different trails you run on?
I think so.
Okay.
Gosh, I don't know. I don't think I paid attention all the way, because there was some good stretches of down. Oh gosh, what do you guys know the trail? That's the wall, because that was awful. I can tell you my
least
favorite trail, and that was it. Like going up that and even coming down it was just absolutely horrendous. And it's a climb that goes on forever and ever and ever. So, and it's during like the hottest part of the day. It's at like the very tail end of the turnaround.
Roger overall asks, Mike, what's your favorite drink out of what you brought to the show?
I like sipping on the extra añejo, but down in the canyons, the lechuguilla is just right?
Yeah.
You know, guacamole and lechuguilla.
Yeah.
That's all I need. You know, maybe an Indio. If you ever had an Indio, it's like a Chihuahua beer that's really good. It's just enjoyable.
That's awesome. Elaine Badejo over on Facebook asks, any travel plans to the PNW, Pacific Northwest? Unfortunately, no. I mean, not anything on the horizon for me, anyways. We are going to go up to Lake Sonoma 50.
Yeah.
That's not quite the Pacific Northwest. That's just NorCal.
Talking more like Oregon, Washington.
Yeah, Seattle, Portland. I don't know. I haven't even really been up there, so
I would like
plans
to.
yet.
There's a lot of good, amazing races up in Oregon that I'd like to try.
Any we should check out, Elaine? Let us know. Pause due to poor connection.
There it goes.
Ended. Well, that might be a good spot to stop.
Because Instagram,
Failed again.
Boo, man.
Cool. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you to Michael Miller.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah.